Hey guys, this is Alan. We are here at Blade Show, Texas, 2024. I got my good buddy Scott Devanna back there, and we're going to talk some knives. Can you give everyone a brief bio of your background, what you've done, who you are, where you work, what you do?
I graduated from Lafayette College in 1975 with a degree in metallurgical engineering. And I've worked for several companies over the years, but through that entire time, and I'm still working, I've always sold knife steels. And I've met a lot of knife makers over the years, and unfortunately some have passed, but it's been a great career in the specialty metals business, but the best part of it for me has always been being involved with the knife community and selling knife steels. I've met some of my best friends are knife makers, and I've met some of the best over the years. It's been very rewarding, and it's been probably the highlight, best part of my career.
So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about heat treating and what goes on during heat treating, okay? And I'm going to walk through the procedures of heat treating. I'm going to ask you a series of questions, all right?
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll work.
So let's just take a random steel. Let's call it S35VN. Okay, I have 3 blades that I wrap up in a stainless steel foil. Now, does it really matter how many blades go in the foil? Does that affect your heat treating?
The only thing it affects is the amount of time that the blade blanks are in the furnace. The more blade blanks you have, the more time it takes the furnace to come up to the austenitizing or hardening temperature. So other than that, no, it's not a problem.
Okay, so let's say I throw 3 blades in a stainless steel wrap and I stick it in the oven and it's coming up to temp. Is it okay for me to pick a temperature like 1800 degrees and hold for like maybe 5 minutes? Or should I just go ahead and just ramp it up to full temp? Is there an advantage or disadvantage of pausing in the middle of a cycle?
Well, it depends where you pause, but no, normally it's not a problem. But the great thing about heat treating knife blades or blanks is they're very forgiving because of their size. As you get into bigger, more complicated sizes, then preheating temperature is a good idea. It reduces the risk of cracking, and then you go to the preheat temp, then you ramp up to your high heat temp. But the real key for all of this is what's called time at temperature. And for many years, the rule of thumb was 1 inch per, or 1 hour per inch of thickness. Well, it's not a bad rule of thumb, but it can get you in trouble because the place that really doesn't apply well is it depends on the efficiency of the furnace. Some furnaces are very efficient. They're going to get up to temperature quicker than an older furnace that's not as efficient. So that's where that 1 hour per inch of thickness can be a problem. So what I always tell my customers is once the parts reach the hardening temperature that you're taking them to, then you hold it at temperature for the recommended time. And normally, depending upon the grade and the temperature that you're hardening at or austenitizing at, that determines the time and temperature that you need to hold the material for. So if you're putting 3-5 blades in the foil and you finally get up to your hardening temperature after a certain amount of time, once you get to that temperature and basically the parts equalize or they're at that temperature throughout, then you hold it for 20 or 30 minutes, and that's the best way to do it. So